Anytime you have, the bye week, I think it's, there's always good and bad that comes with it. I think as a coach, you get concerned about getting out of your routine and how that's going to affect you. And at the same time, I think when you look at the long term, you get an opportunity to, give the guys a little rest, fine tune some stuff, work on some things, that you need to work on. And so, hopefully those things will benefit us as we head into the game tomorrow. And I think, as is probably always the case, when you face somebody like Auburn, who in the win-loss column has not, produced like I'm sure they would like to. As a coach, you watch the film and you see a team that is continuing to compete and play hard. Have two dangerous guys and leading scorers, and Ross and Gabriel, and both North Carolina kids, and I'm sure will come in here, really eager to play well. And they've been in games, and their scores aren't indicative of how they've played. And just like we had the challenge with the Kentucky game of a team kind of coming in with their backs against the wall, I think we've got another challenge coming off a week off, against a team that is obviously much better. Than their record would say. And all that being said, we'll have to do it without the services of Lakeem Jackson. Lakeem's been nursing a sore foot. We held him out of practice some last week. Seemed to help, but still pretty sore after games. And our medical staff's just advised us that the only way to try to really relieve that the best possible for Lakeem's best interest is to give extended rest. And with this being our bye week, it was the only time we could rest him a full week and not miss 2 games. So we'll probably hold him out tomorrow. But all that being said, I think like every game in league play, for us, it's going to come down to coming out and being ready to play, and guys, doing what they can do, and really putting it together for 40 minutes. When we've done that, we've given ourselves a chance to win.
Who's going to start for Lakeem, and is it looking like more than just one game?
It's Ramon Galloway.
Oh.
And we'll start for Lakeem. And like I said, we were advised to hold him out for a week. We would expect to have him back,
okay.
For LSU. But at the same time, we're going to do what's in Lakeem's best interest.
How do you feel you guys are playing right now, overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, we've, like you would think with, a team that's playing as many young guys as we are, we've had some ups and downs and some lulls in games, but, we're 3-2 after 5. We've been in every game, and including the 2 we've lost when, we didn't feel like we played that well. And, the key for us is like it is with any other team, you have to have guys come and do what they can do. And, when we do that, we've shown that we can compete and play with anybody and give ourselves a chance to win.
How do you like the 1-week mandated break that you have to take, and what can you accomplish during that week?
Well, again, the big thing for us is, for the long term, try to get them a little rest and get their legs back under them, maybe more mentally than anything, with a young team. And then just, fine-tune some things that you don't feel like you have time to work on, when you're just preparing for the next game. You kind of do the immediate of fixing what you think you didn't do well and, focus on your opponent. And so, having some time to, review and go back through some things, maybe even reteach and start at ground one with things you do every day. And then, just kind of, fine-tune things, I think. And so, again, I think that's a positive thing. But, the scary part as a coach is, then you're kind of out of your routine and they're, kind of 2 games and a day off and then 2 practices and a day, just, your regular routine.
How have they responded? Are they kind of chomping at the bit to get back into game mode since it's been so long? Well,
I mean, I think, that's the thing. You would hope so, and that's what you would want. But, again, the routine thing is always something that's a challenge. So, I mean, I would expect that we're excited to play, but, either way, we've got to find a way to compete and play and do what we need to do to put ourselves in position to win.
Has Bruce had the value that you thought he would coming in as he played about what you expected him to play?
Yeah, I mean, we expect him to be a major contributor and, one of the best point guards in our league, early on, and I think he's done that. And, he's learning too, as talented as he is and as big as he's played and as valuable as he is to us, he's learning, like, Saturday, a couple of the fouls he picked up that put him on the bench are things that he can definitely control. And, those are things that you can't skip when you're, dealing with young guys and a freshman. But in terms of him being able to produce and bring us the things that we thought that he could bring us, I mean, we're not surprised by anything that he's doing. We knew when we got him that he was a guy that was capable and willing and maybe the best quality of all, that the bigger the moment, the more he wants to play and has shown that he can produce, and that's not always something that you can coach.
Statistically, the team's been defending and rebounding better this season than last season. Is that that getting better and better with each game, with each practice?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, we're a much better defensive and rebounding team. A lot just because of personnel. We're more athletic than we were, and some of it is, another year, under our belt for a couple guys. Even though it's not a lot of experience, some helps, with the sophomores and that type of thing. But I think the big thing is sustaining it. We've had games where overall our numbers look okay, but there's stretches where. Like Florida, we were terrific in the first half and really good for parts of the second half, and then there was a stretch there towards the end. Whether we were worried about fouling or whatever the issue might be. Too many easy baskets. Arkansas, same thing, and then for the last 9 minutes, counting the overtime, terrific defensively. And so I think just learning to sustain it. But again, I think that's going to be a growing process as we continue to get better as a team.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you see anything fundamentally that Brian is off with a little bit on his shot right now? I know he's going through a slump. I know it's not confidence, but just fundamentally, anything you've picked up on elbow placement or release or anything?
Yeah, no, and when a guy can shoot it like he can and has the stroke he has, we don't get into a whole lot of that. We focus on being ready. I think maybe he can do a better job of being ready. But I think the bigger thing is he's doing what most young kids do. They reach a point where it gets really hard and it's not going their way, and they start focusing on all the wrong things. I'm not really worried about whether his shot goes in, because if he does the other stuff, run the floor and get back on defense and be a good defender and be an energy guy for us. When he's done that, he's made shots. And so we're much more concerned about getting him focused on those things. And he's going to make shots. I'm not concerned about that. But we have had him in the gym, again, with the off time this week a little bit more and just talking about getting ready and being ready, but more in helping him understand that, it takes a work ethic and that this is a different level. And, when you're recognized as a shooter, you're not going to get a bunch of stand still, wide open shots. And so, the importance of being ready and how hard you have to work to do that. But more than anything, being focused on doing all the other stuff. And it's amazing, Brian Richardson or anybody else, when you focus on the little things that are best for the team, how the stuff that's really important to you just ends up going a little bit better.
With a young team trying to teach them the defending, the rebounding, does that mean there might be a little bit sacrifice on scoring just because of the learning curve on the other end of the floor?
No, I don't think so. Scoring is basically a result of guys that can score and to some degree how you play a little bit. So I don't think that being better defensively means that guys aren't scoring as well. I think Sam's the best he's ever been defensively, not just in blocking shots, but on the whole, and he's scoring better than he ever has because there's just more opportunity, and he's an improved offensive player. So I don't think that there's a sacrifice or one for the other.
What do you think about Ramon starting now? I mean, he's been in this role before, but he's going to be back in. How he'll respond to it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope he'll respond well, but it's one of those deals where he's starting, and we don't have much of a choice, and we like the role he's been in, and he's done well in it. But with Hakeem being out, you got to go with your next most experienced guy.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.